Well, as you can see by the time lapse of last night, it was a glorious evening. The sun was just beautiful. And yesterday it was sunny and hot. Yeah, absolutely lovely. But shortly after I took those time lapse of the clouds, it didn't take long to build up. And as you can see right now this morning, it's really, really gloomy and it's absolutely freezing cold. How cold is it? Well, I don't really actually know, but have a look at this. Poor old Pie, look, she's all wrapped up in her little bubble hat and everything. Again, as I said to you guys the other day, it's amazing just how quickly the weather can change here. Within hours yesterday of it being sort of, you know, hot and sunny, it turned quite dark. And last night the wind, oh, I've never seen so much wind. I thought it was going to blow the shack over. But yeah, it did get very, very cold. And again this morning, yeah, we're back to grey skies, and it hasn't rained yet, but it's certainly looking that way. You can see all the cloud up there. Well, yesterday I was messing around with the Steadicam, the new gimbal for DSLR camera, my new Canon 77D, and as you guys know, I couldn't get it to balance. This morning I was watching a vlog on balancing it and having a play, and I came to the conclusion that the lens that I had on there was just too big. So I switched it to the other lens and then managed to get it to balance to a reasonably good degree. As you can see, Pie's got it there, and yeah, it's much better than it was. It's still not quite right, but it should allow me to get some reasonably smooth footage regarding B-roll, and if I'm sort of, you know, carrying and talking at the same time, it should make things a bit easier on that score as well. The only thing I will say about it is it's really heavy. It is, isn't it? Yeah. I mean, I'm thinking probably you'll be able to go about 5 minutes of that before your arms and shoulders are really aching. On that note, if you look at other motorised gimbals such as Xeon Crane, and apparently DJI is bringing out the Ronin gimbal later this year, I think it's the second quarter of this year, you know, all these are pretty heavy as well. You know, it's a lot of equipment to carry around. When I look at people like Peter McKinnon and the you know, stabilisation devices that he uses, like the Movi Pro, one, it's massively expensive. You're looking at about $7,000, but two, they are pretty heavy. I mean, you're still going to carry all this weight around. It's one reasons I like the GoPro so much with the Tech G5, because it's reasonably lightweight. So what I'm going to do right now is walk around with the Canon and see what it's like on the new stabilisation system, see if it actually works. Well, I'm now using the Steadicam, and yeah, I'm not actually convinced it's going to work. I won't actually know really at this point until I get it into post-production, but it might help in certain circumstances. I can't go up and down. If I've got something on the floor that I want to point to, you can't do it. From my first impressions, I've got to say I think it's just massively heavy. And looking at the screen, I don't really think it stabilises the footage that well. Maybe I just need to tweak it just a little bit more. I'm not sure, but yeah, from what I've seen on the reviews, it didn't seem to be moving around all this much, but this one just seems to be yeah, moving around an awful lot, and it seems to be tilting in places it shouldn't tilt. But again, it could be me. It could be the fact that you know, it just needs tweaking. There was one review online that said that you know, it wasn't a bad stabilisation system, but it does require an awful lot of messing around in order to get it to sit just right. As far as turning it around so I can walk and do a selfie, I'm not convinced either. I can see it moving all over the place. And it is, again, as I've said, really heavy. Personally, I think I'd just stick to the tripod or stick to the Tech G5 gimbal with the GoPro on it. I think it's just going to be an awful lot easier. But these things are trial and error. Again, I'm not going to give up on it. I'll keep on trying and see if I can't figure it out to sort of make it, you know, balance a little bit better. I just wish, though, it wasn't as heavy as it is. I've just had to switch arms. It's yeah, quite a weight. Well, I'm back on the Canon 77D and I've got it on the tripod. Yeah, my arms at the top here and the shoulders, yeah, it really kind of aches. That thing does weigh quite a few pounds. You can only walk around with it a little bit. I'll give it another go. Like I said, I'm not going to give up on it, but I just feel right now the best solution for me is to keep my Canon on the tripod, and I know I can get some really stable, smooth footage from it. So yeah, let's roll the B-roll. Well, I spoke too soon about the weather. It just started to rain. Yeah, we knew it was going to happen, as the clouds are just way too heavy. Well, what we've done is taken refuge in Pie's aunt's house. Well, Pie's just taking refuge over there under the storehouse. They've actually got a really big garden in here. I don't know how much land it sits on. I should imagine close to a rye. It's really nice in here though. And they have a really big house as well. It's ever so nice. Pie's aunt and uncle are just like all the other folks in the village. Really, really nice, very hospitable people. They've just asked us if we'd like something to eat. It is lousy out here though. Amazing yesterday. I was standing in my t-shirt doing a bit of fly fishing, just enjoying the warmth of the sun, and then this morning just grey, miserable and wet. Now, yeah, it is so changeable during the winter months. Well, we're just coming to Shenzhen town to Sinati. And what we've got to do is pick up a number plate holder. Yeah, our registration plate turned up, but it requires a holder to screw onto the motorbike. So we're going to see if these guys have got one. They should have, I'm sure of it. I actually quite like this store. They've got some cool sort of bikes in here and stuff. And yeah, if you're looking for appliances, this is the place to come really. Well, locally anyway. They've got a really nice TV, look. How nice is that? Don't need it though, don't watch TV. Well, very rare anyway. Right, let's have a look at the price of some laptops. Pi and I were saying if we're going to do some travelling and do vlogging while we travel, then definitely we'll need a laptop. Well, once we finish here, we're off to the little store where we buy candy and bits and pieces, little snacks. And tomorrow is National Children's Day, so we're going to go and buy a load of stuff for the kids. Yeah, as I was saying in Sinati, it's Children's Day tomorrow. So what Pi and I are going to do is go and get a load of candy and, you know, potato chips, stuff like that, just, you know, so the kids have got something. Now, there's a shop up here that we normally go to buy our bits and pieces. They've got a really good store in here, and it's just got absolutely everything in here. Especially when it comes to snacks. It's a brilliant store. As you can see, it's just, yeah, like a little Aladdin's cave of all sorts of bits. It's brilliant in here. Loads and loads of potato chips. Well, we finished getting a load of stuff. I don't know how many bags of potato chips we bought, but there's quite a few there. What generally happens here is that everybody in the village will contribute something towards the Children's Day, and it'll all go into the school or the village square. I'm not quite sure yet. And then basically the kids will just come along and help themselves. So yeah, our whole village turns out to help provide bits and pieces for the kids, and everybody's happy. It's only one time a year, and as you can see, Pi is now loaded up with some potato chips. Well, next job, fish food. Yep, fish need feeding, and we're going to go and buy 10 bags of this. Not exactly sure which one she's buying. I think it's the 833. This is the local store that we normally use at the end of Bansell. It's much easier than going all the way over to the other place. And it's the same price, so no different at all. So we'll load this up with 10 bags, shoot off back to the house, unload that lot, and then off to the farm. Well guys, it's getting late in the afternoon now, and it's been quite a busy day. We've been running around all over the place. It is absolutely freezing out here, and Pi and I, we're on our way to the farm. Yeah, we're spending the night there as usual. It'll be warmer there than it is in this house, I can tell you that for nothing. It's inside that tent. It does get very, very warm, so yeah, much more pleasant. Well, that's about all from Pi and I today. Whatever you guys do, have a fantastic day and stay safe. Don't forget, please subscribe, share and like. It does make a difference. And Pi and I, we'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now, guys.
See you tomorrow.